Hi guys, and in this video I'm going to give you my thoughts on Bayonetta. This will contain spoilers, so if you haven't played then go play it. And it's a 9-year-old game. It's on the 360, PlayStation 3, Steam, Wii U, and now the Switch. And I played the Switch version. So let's get started on my thoughts. Yeah, the beginning was very fast paced. At first, they throw you into like this, I guess, the tutorial. And I say tutorial with quotes because you really are not given instructions. It's just like a free for all to experiment with the buttons and stuff. And it's like a very hectic scene. I know what scene it is because it's in the end of the game, but it's tied into the beginning, so that was kind of cool. It's just you won't know that. I kind of forgot about that scene until I saw it at the end. So yeah, that was kind of cool. So you're thrown into there. It's very fast paced. You experiment with the buttons and stuff because they don't prompt you to do anything. It's not really a handholdy game. I mean, the more advanced combos they do like show you, but you know the basic stuff they let you experiment around. So after being thrown into that, you're like thrown into this cutscene where you see like who you think is Bayonetta, like being like a nun type person, and like she's resurrecting somebody or praying for someone. And we all know Bayonetta is not a nun, so you know something's gonna go down, and something went down. Like, um, I'm not sure what she did, what she was doing, but that's the opening of the game, and it really highlights you know Bayonetta. So first, I'm gonna get the elephant out of the room and say Bayonetta is very sexy, but I don't think that's a bad thing for her because she just walks around like she's comfortable, like she's in sweatpants. Like she has an aura of like confidence that you know that she likes doing what she's doing the way she does it. It looks like she really enjoys herself in her outfit, her even like ridiculous heels that have guns. She looks like it looks like she's comfortable in her skin. And that's always a good message, to always be comfortable in your skin, whether you're Bayonetta or someone who likes sweatpants. Like uh confidence is sexy. So yeah, that's my PSA for today. And yeah, so she is very, sexif- sexified, sexualized. She's very sexualized, but it's in a good way. It the game tries to tell you why that's the case, but that's gonna cut into my negative of the game is the way it tells a story is very vague. Like it just throws you into different situations. You don't even really know what you're doing, and it does have this thing which I hate in games is that like plot synopsis are collectibles. I don't like that because some people might skip one, some people might not see like uh the book because you collect little books that let you know more about the world, but they're collectible, so they're hidden. Some are hidden, some are in plain sight. But it won't like give you the like overall, you know, world building that a first game needs, especially because there's a lot of angels and demons and a lot of like a lot of words thrown at you. Like you're like, where am I? Because there's humans, there's like humans in between. There's people who can't see Bayonetta, people who could see Bayonetta. There's a lot going on, and it's not really explained well. Even the cutscenes are very vague. Like they show you in like this cool like little reel format, which I thought was cute. It's just they didn't explain much. Like especially with Jen. Jen kind of like what's their relationship? I know they have a relationship now, but I was like who's Jen? Like, even when, like, Revelations of the Left Eye started, I was like, okay, but who is Jen? What role does she play? I know Bayonetta is a half-breed, but that's pretty much the gist of it. I know there was a war between the witches and the uh, Loomer sages or something, and that's what caused all of them to disappear, except one. But I'm still really confused about the world, where it takes place, even the time it takes place. So, cause there's very like old-fashioned stuff, but there's very like modern stuff. I didn't like the city. It was weird because there wasn't a lot of world building for a first game, which is negative, and I thought, the story could have been fleshed out better by like giving you the books instead of like it being a collectible. But that being said, I did like the characters. They were very, very like fun and quirky. Like, surprisingly, that game was very funny. Like, I've heard a lot of things about Bayonetta and its gameplay. It's, Bayonetta herself, but no one ever really told me that it was gonna be funny. And yeah, it's a very funny, quirky game. Like, there's moments where I just laughed out loud. Like, it was so adorable, some moments. And I like Crescenza, the little Bayonetta. Princesa. I think I butchered it, but she was very like, I love her character. She turns out to be Bayonetta but younger, but throughout the story she added like this like funny thing. And the other guy, Luca, which also the story doesn't really explain it, but his character is very funny. He's always after Bayonetta because of his father, and then soon grows attached to Bayonetta. And so yeah, it was funny to see his moments, and to see like, the characters were really nice. Even the minor ones, like the guy in the beginning, Enzo or something. Like, he was like, what the fuck is all of this? I just want to get paid kind of guy. So yeah, it was very cute. So the characters were very good. The humor was very good. The dialogue was nice. It's just the story was kind of spread like weird. So I didn't really get like all the lore behind it. And some people don't mind that. I do, because I'm a very story heavy person, but that's me. And but okay, now jumping over to the gameplay, it's a very platinum game. And if you haven't played a platinum game, it's basically like very high paced combos, very like addictive, makes you feel powerful kind of. It's like akin to like Super Smash Bros, where you combos and stuff. Very, like, not like Super Smash Bros. It's more like the combo-y type explaining. And Devil May Cry, because it's made by the same person. So yeah. So it's a very platinum-esque game, which I loved because I just, if like you guys know, I just love Nier Automata, and Nier Automata was made by Platinum Games, and I love the gameplay in that game. It's one of my favorite games. So jumping into Bayonetta was like so much fun. It was like, I didn't realize how much I missed the gameplay until I played it again. So yeah, that was cool. And so, but this one, the first one, since it being the first, and it was kind of like an early entry, it's kind of more clunky, and it needs improvements, which I hope the second game improves on. And especially this segment where like you're trying to evade while flying, and then when you evade, the whole game turns upside down, and you have to evade a lot. So whoever thought that would be a good idea, thank goodness they scratched it for Nier Automata, because that would have been a disaster. That was just like, because the whole game turns upside down every time you evade. But that was one segment of the game, so it wasn't a deal breaker or anything. And so yeah, it was kind of clunky. It needed improvements. I kind of I kind of used the same combos over and over again because it just works. So, which is good or bad, and kind of good, but it's bad if you want to like different variations, but you can always experiment on your own. I just use mostly the same combos because it worked for me. Because the game does have a difficulty. Normal is kind of hard, but I did play it on normal, and it was challenging, yes, but it's always easy if you don't want to like a more challenge. But normal is good. It's not too hard, but it did give you a challenge, which is great. And so yeah, those are my thoughts on Bayonetta 1. Bayonetta 1. And I would say this game is great. It's a you should definitely play it if you haven't. I highly recommend it. I won't say it's amazing because, you know, the story was kind of all over the place, but it is a very great game. And I look forward to playing Bayonetta like 2 and soon to be Bayonetta 3 and getting to know more about the lore and Bayonetta herself because she's a very sassy lassie. Like she has so much like personality. Like she doesn't give a fuck. And surprisingly, she's very sexy, but she does have like this thing of innocence about her. Like she doesn't know stuff, especially when she's like thinking about her past or something. She's very like you can see she has more to her than meets the eye, or person, you know. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on Bayonetta. And to wrap this up, if you liked my video, leave a like, leave a comment. Did you guys like Bayonetta 1? Was it great for you? Or was it more? Was it less? Let me know. Leave a like and leave a comment. And you can always reach me on my Twitter at MandyLeePlays. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.